When Lewis Hamilton shocked the Formula One world by announcing his departure from Mercedes and his move to Ferrari, expectations immediately skyrocketed. The seven-time world champion, the most successful driver in the modern era, was about to embark on a new chapter, one that carried as much emotion as technical uncertainty. Ferrari, the most iconic team in the history of the sport, has not won a driver's championship since 2007, and the dream of uniting Hamilton with the Scuderia seemed like a perfect combination of legend and legacy. But as with every fairy tale in Formula One, the reality has been far more complex. From the very first days of testing in Fiorano, Hamilton expressed enthusiasm and joy at being part of Ferrari. He spoke openly about how driving a red car was a childhood dream and described the feeling as one of the most special of his career. Yet beneath the surface of that excitement lies a story of adaptation, struggle, and an uphill battle against the nature of the car itself. The Ferrari SF25, designed with Charles Leclerc's preferences at its core, has proven to be a difficult machine for Hamilton to tame. One of the biggest challenges has been the rear-end instability of the Ferrari. Unlike the Mercedes machines Hamilton was used to, cars often designed around his smooth corner entry style, the Ferrari requires a more aggressive approach. Its aerodynamics and suspension characteristics tend to favor a driver who is comfortable rotating the car sharply in mid-corner, living with a nervous rear that can snap if not perfectly balanced. Charles Leclerc has mastered this over the years, but for Hamilton, who has built his career on precision, stability, and consistency in braking zones, the change is immense. Ferrari itself admitted that Hamilton would need to adapt his driving style. The team acknowledged publicly that the SF25 was born from years of feedback from Leclerc, and while they are committed to tailoring future updates to help Hamilton, the immediate reality is that he must compromise. In qualifying, particularly in high-speed corners and late braking situations, Hamilton's discomfort has been clear. His lap times sometimes reveal the few tenths he loses in confidence compared to his teammate, and in a sport where tenths are everything, that has placed him in a difficult position. The cultural shift has added another layer of difficulty. After more than a decade at Mercedes, Hamilton became accustomed to not just the car but also the processes, the software, and the engineering culture of the team. At Ferrari, everything is different. The way data is interpreted, the communication style with engineers, even the management structure under Frederic Vasseur, these are aspects that take time to absorb. Vasseur himself admitted that Ferrari underestimated how complex the transition would be, not just mechanically but also humanly. For Hamilton, it is not only about driving a new car, but about integrating into an environment with a different rhythm and expectations. Still, there have been glimpses of light. During private tests in older Ferrari machinery, Hamilton reported feeling more comfortable than he had in the last Mercedes cars he drove. Those W14 and W15 machines had become notoriously unpredictable and difficult to handle, and in comparison, the Ferrari felt like a breath of fresh air. But racing is another story. When surrounded by rivals, in high-pressure qualifying sessions, or in long stints with tire degradation to manage, the nuances of the SF25 reveal themselves, and Hamilton finds himself still on the learning curve. He has been candid about the challenges. In multiple interviews, Hamilton described the process as demanding in every aspect, noting that it requires him to rethink braking points, corner entries, and even how he sets up overtakes. Yet he remains positive, repeatedly stressing that he has a lot more to come as he grows into the car. For a driver of Hamilton's caliber, whose adaptability has been proven throughout his career, there is no doubt he will find ways to extract more performance. But time is a crucial factor in Formula One, and fans are already asking how long it will take before he is fully at one with the Ferrari. The psychological dimension cannot be ignored either. Hamilton carries the weight of expectation not only from Ferrari but from millions of fans who see him as the man who could finally deliver another championship to Maranello. Every race weekend, the cameras follow his every move, analyzing his body language, his radio messages, his interactions with engineers. At times, his frustration has been visible. Missed braking zones, tricky qualifying laps, and race stints where the car simply does not respond to his usual finesse. But equally visible has been his determination. In moments where others might lose patience, Hamilton has chosen to double down, emphasizing the importance of teamwork and long-term vision. Vasseur's leadership has been central in managing this adaptation. The Ferrari team principal has made it clear that this is not a short-term project. He insists that Hamilton's experience will help guide the direction of development, and that while Leclerc is the reference point for now, future evolutions of the car will incorporate Hamilton's feedback more deeply. The process, however, cannot be rushed. Formula One cars are complex ecosystems, and tailoring them to a driver's preferences requires months of data, feedback, and engineering cycles. For now, Hamilton must adapt more than the car adapts to him. Interestingly, Hamilton himself has acknowledged that some aspects of Ferrari's approach have been faster to grasp than expected. In certain areas, such as tire management during long stints, he found similarities with Mercedes. But the braking system, the feel of the chassis, and the aerodynamics remain key hurdles. In particular, Ferrari's software systems and the way telemetry is presented to drivers differ significantly from what Hamilton used for years, creating a mental as well as physical challenge. Despite all of this, one cannot ignore Hamilton's unique resilience. This is the driver who came back from crushing defeats, who reinvented himself after regulation changes, who battled Nico Rosberg in one of the fiercest intra-team rivalries in history, and who nearly captured an 8th title in 2021 under extraordinary circumstances. His career is defined by adaptation and reinvention, and many believe that it is only a matter of time before he cracks the Ferrari code. The emotional side of the story also plays a role. For Hamilton, racing in Ferrari red is not just a professional move, it is a personal dream fulfilled. He has often said that he sometimes pinches himself to believe he is really wearing the red suit, really driving a Ferrari in front of the Tifosi. That emotional energy, the connection with fans, and the symbolism of Ferrari's heritage are powerful motivators. At Monza, in front of a sea of red flags, Hamilton admitted that the passion of the crowd gave him a boost even as he continued to struggle with certain aspects of the car. This intangible factor could prove crucial as he continues to grind through the technical difficulties. Comparisons with Charles Leclerc are inevitable, and they provide both a benchmark and a source of pressure. Leclerc knows the team inside out and has shaped the car to his liking. His raw speed in qualifying remains one of the strongest in the field, and Hamilton's adaptation curve is made all the more visible when measured against Leclerc's precision. Yet Hamilton's racecraft, his strategic mind, and his ability to read unfolding situations on track remain unparalleled strengths, and Ferrari knows that in the long term, the combination of Leclerc's speed and Hamilton's experience could be devastating for rivals. For now, though, the narrative is one of patience. Ferrari fans want instant results, and the team itself would love nothing more than to deliver a championship in Hamilton's first season. But reality is more nuanced. Hamilton is still adjusting, Ferrari is still learning from him, and the balance between adaptation and development is delicate. The process may take months, perhaps even a full season, before Hamilton is truly at home in the Ferrari. But when that moment comes, the potential is extraordinary. In the grand picture of Formula One, Hamilton's Ferrari chapter is still in its infancy. It is marked by challenges, rear-end instability, cultural adjustments, software differences, and the pressure of history. Yet it is also filled with promise. The chance for Hamilton to add another layer to his legendary career, the chance for Ferrari to return to glory with one of the greatest drivers of all time. And as the season unfolds, every lap Hamilton drives in red is not just a test of speed, but a test of adaptation, resilience, and the pursuit of a dream that began decades ago when a young boy first imagined himself behind the wheel of a Ferrari.